My dear viewers and youth, I am Nabil Soliman. I am one of the servants in the Church of Santa Monica, St. Peter and St. Paul Church in Santa Monica, California. I welcome you to a new program, My Healthy Family. Healthy family is a big, broad subject, and by the grace of God, today we are going to focus on a series of Christian parenting. When it comes to Christian parenting, we are talking about a building that has foundation, first floor, second floor, third floor, and so on. I like to start with talking about the infancy period. The infancy period is from birth till 24 months, meaning the first 2 periods in the human life. Very important. Most of us, we don't pay much attention to it. We think children or babies at the time, they just in the bed, eating and sleeping and spoiling the diapers, but it is an important period in the human development. Before we do that, we like to cover the relationship between Christianity and science. When we talk about these, we have 3 different positions. One of them is God works alone, and a man is an observer, and there is no connection between God and man, and this is a fatalistic concept. The Coptic Orthodox Church does not believe in that. There is a total separation between man and God. Another unhealthy relationship between Christianity and science is that man works alone, separated from God, and that's an atheistic concept. God is not in the picture. The third and the healthy one, we learn that from the writings of St. Paul in the 1st Corinthians. He said, we are God's fellow workers. We work with God. God and man are working together in a symphony to create a healthy family. So the third position is the position of the Coptic Church, where the cooperation between God and man is in harmonious work together. So that leads us to the importance of the family. Before talking about the healthy family, is a family important to start with? Why we're taking your time and our time to talk about that? Let's see what we have here. Okay, you find in the USA or in the Western society in general, every job needs one of 2 things, either a license or experience. A license for a professional person, for example, a physician, a lawyer, a dentist, a teacher, CPA, an accountant, an engineer, needs years of high school, of course, and years of college, years of degrees, different degrees, and then the person will earn his or her license and subsequently can practice. Or, on the other hand, if the person is not a bookish person, he needs some kind of experience. Let's assume somebody works with his hand. He's a painter, he's a contractor, he's a car mechanic. He needs to be trained under the supervision of somebody else, and then eventually he or she can be on his own. We do that in every position or job, till we come to the most 2 important jobs in the human life, and we do not pay much attention to them. Number 1 is marriage, and number 2 is raising a healthy family. We move or we delve into them by good intentions, and good intentions sometimes lead to disastrous results. So our focus today, my dear youth, is to raise the concept and raise awareness about the healthy family. The sociologists tell us that the family is one of 2 kinds. One is a nuclear family, and the other one is an extended family. The nuclear family is husband, wife, and possibly children. The extended family is my in-laws and my aunts, my uncles and my cousins and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, the bigger family. And although this is a recent classification in sociology, but by the grace of the Holy Spirit, St. Paul talked about that in the 1st century. Okay? St. Paul wrote to Timothy in 1 Timothy 5:8. He said that, but if anyone does not provide for his own, meaning the extended family, and especially for those of his household, this is a nuclear family, he has denied the faith and is worse than the unbeliever. Difficult verse, but it tells us the importance of paying attention to raising a healthy family. Getting educated is a spiritual responsibility. It is not a luxury we will pay attention to when we have time. The family is a building block of the society, and paying attention to the family is an important duty on all the youth and all the servants and all the people who are planning to establish a new family. 2 Corinthians, St. Paul also said that we will commend ourselves as ministers of God in much patience, by purity, by knowledge. If we don't have the knowledge, establishing a healthy family might be a difficult task to achieve. And to summarize at the end of our meeting today, why establishing a healthy family is important, and we're taking your time and our time to talk about that. When we deal with patients who are on the deathbed, in the ICU, they have terminal illness, they always talk about one of the 2 F's. We call them the 2 F's. This is faith and family. We never found somebody who is dying to say, I wish God can give me 2 more years, I can go back to the world to invest more money and make my $20,000 in the bank $50,000. We never heard that. But we always hear, I wish when I was alive and healthy, I was closer to God. That's the faith. And the other one, my family, I wish when I was healthy and young, I was closer to my family. So this is an education in advance about the 2 F's that we, at the end of our life, will be the most important things we can focus on. The Orthodox faith is like the baton. The baton in the relay race, everyone is running to give the baton to the one in front of him. And the person who is running in the back is exerting effort to run fast and focusing how to deliver, to impart the baton to the one in front. And the baton can be lost only in the transfer. If it is not being held properly and strongly, the baton can be lost. This is why in the Coptic liturgy, we always say, from generation to generation. That's how we transfer and impart the Coptic Orthodox faith. So establishing a healthy family is a responsibility on all of us, and we're going to stop here, and God willing, in the next time, we're going to continue our discussion to see what we can do together. Peace to you.